Hi, my name is Shannon Monahan, and I'm on the core team for the Oakland Young Adult Ministry. I wanted to tell you about something that we're going to be offering in a couple of weeks that I'm really excited about. We're going to do a group Marian consecration, so consecrating ourselves to Jesus through Mary using Father Michael Gately's 33 Days to Morning Glory. We're going to start on April 28th, and the consecration will be happening on the Feast of the Visitation on May 31st. That first meeting on the 28th will begin at 6 p.m. We'll be meeting in a Zoom conference room. And Father Adam Potter will be giving us sort of an introduction into what Marian consecration is, and we'll end that first meeting by doing the first day of the preparation together. If you're interested in joining us, you can email us at oaklandyam@gmail.com, and we'll make sure to send you the Zoom links that you'll need in order to participate. So those are kinds of the nuts and bolts of what's going on with our Marian consecration, but I also wanted to take this opportunity to share my own personal experience with Marian consecration. I find that we have all of these wonderful devotions and things in the Catholic Church that we can learn about, but it's always been helpful for me to hear a personal experience of someone I know who's participated in a particular devotion or have them talk about the fruits that they've seen in their own life. So that's what I wanted to do today. I consecrated myself to Jesus through Mary on the Feast of Our Lady of the Rosary on October 7th this past year, so 2019. And the time leading up to that decision to consecrate was a very interesting time in my life. At the time, I was looking for a new job. In the job that I had at the time, I was preparing for the biggest fundraising event of the year, and I was also preparing to be maid of honor in my best friend's wedding. So I had a lot of big things going on. But I kept seeing all of these people around me wearing these chains, right? These chains around their wrists, and I thought, what is that? What is going on? So I asked one of my friends, what is that chain? Why do you wear that chain? And the friend just simply said, oh, it's for Marian consecration, kind of left it at that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to look into this more on my own. So I did some research and started learning about the tradition in the church. And I thought, yeah, this could be something that I would be interested in, but not right now. Right now is not a good time. I had all these big things going on, and I just felt like I was a little bit all over the place. But I kept bringing it to prayer, and I felt like Our Lady was just nudging me a little bit, saying, maybe now's the time. Maybe now would be a good time to do this. But I just thought, I am so all over the place right now. So I thought, okay, I'll look to see when the next Marian feast is and count the days and figure out when I would need to start. Surely that'll give me at least a couple of weeks to get my bearings, get my life together, and then I can start this consecration. So I looked up when the next feast day was going to be. Lo and behold, it was October 7th, Our Lady of the Rosary. And in counting the days to figure out when I would need to start, I would have needed to start the day before. So to me, that told me, well, this is definitely not the right time because I've missed the boat and I should have started the day before. But there was still sort of an unrest in me about it, thinking like, no, I still kind of feel like now is the time that I should do this. But I had missed a day. If you don't know me personally, I'm about as type A as they come. I like things to be just so. I love order. I love organization. I love structure. So it was really bothering me to think about the idea of doing the consecration but starting a day late. So when I don't know what to do, often my first step in figuring it out is calling my spiritual director. So I did that, and I said, look, I'm really feeling prompted to do this consecration, but the next feast day is Our Lady of the Rosary, and I should have started the consecration yesterday. What should I do? And he just sort of chuckled at me, as he often does in our sessions, and he said, Shannon, I don't think Our Lady's going to withhold graces over a day. That's just not what a mother would do. Right? So like, how am I going to say no to that? So I thought, okay, that's reasonable. I think you're right that Mary wouldn't withhold graces over a day. And then he also said to me, and I'm being a little selfish here, but I was ordained a deacon on Our Lady of the Rosary, so it's a significant day for me, so it would be really kind of neat if it was also a significant day for you. So that, to me, I was like, okay, things are kind of lining up. Not to mention that I have an icon of Our Lady of the Rosary, which is currently being held hostage in my office during this time of quarantine, that I had picked out as a housewarming gift for myself when I moved to Pittsburgh almost 6 years ago. And at the time, I had no idea why I had picked that particular icon. I didn't have any sort of devotion to the rosary. I had maybe prayed it a handful of times at that point in my life, but something about it just caught my eye, and that's the one that I had chosen. So as I started to realize these things, I was like, okay, things are kind of falling into place. It's making sense. Even though I feel like I'm all over the place right now in my life, I think now is the time to do the consecration. So I began it a day late. I caught up. I did the first 2 days on that first day. And from there, my consecration was truly all over the place. I missed days here and there. The method that I was using, it didn't resonate with me, so I ended up switching methods halfway through. And every time I encountered one of these obstacles, I just thought to myself, I need to just throw in the towel, and I need to give up, and I need to start over and just quit. And when I would bring that to prayer, again, I just felt Our Lady saying, it's okay, just keep going. And the fact that I ran into obstacles, it was such a struggle to get there, and I wanted to quit so many times. Looking back, I know that, one, it wasn't my idea to do the consecration at that time in my life because it did not go the way that I wanted it to at all. And two, it just showed me what a gentle, loving mother we have in Our Lady, that I was giving her whatever I could, and it wasn't pretty, but she was just taking that and doing really beautiful things with it. Some of the beautiful fruits that I saw from my consecration, like I said, I was looking for a new job at the time, and leading up to my consecration, I was getting radio silence. I was sending in applications. I was telling everybody I knew that I was looking for a job and just getting nothing. And literally the day after I completed the consecration, when I say that movement started happening, that's an understatement. I mean, my opportunities just exploded. Now, I don't tell you that to say like, oh, do the consecration because like these amazing things will start happening in your life, because it's not necessarily a guarantee. I brought other things to that consecration that I don't necessarily have answers to right now in my life. But if you have anything in your life right now that you're looking for specific answers, you're looking for help, I encourage you to bring that to your consecration. I really think that Our Lady can do some really amazing things by letting go of control of that area of your life that you kind of have a stronghold on. And I think that for me was the most beautiful fruit of consecrating myself to Jesus through Mary, especially at that time in my life, because it required me to totally let go of a lot of things, a lot of control over my own life, and to just start to acknowledge Our Lady's presence in my life. Our Lady didn't change at all because of my consecration. The change happened for me. She's always been a loving mother. She's always been present in my life. But before I completed the consecration, I just didn't notice it, much in the way that I feel like I take my physical mother for granted. I just wasn't noticing her presence in my life. And after the consecration, I have begun to notice it almost every day. And since I have completed the consecration, I've developed a devotion to Our Lady of the Rosary in particular, and have started praying a rosary every day. And it's just so beautiful to really acknowledge Our Lady and the ways that she can bring us closer to Christ. I think it's something uniquely beautiful about our Catholic faith. And if you're feeling a similar nudge to what I was feeling, to give yourself over to our Lord through Our Lady, I really encourage you to join us. Even if you have questions about consecration, I'm sure Father Adam Potter will have wonderful things to share in that introduction session. And I encourage you to email that oaklandyam@gmail.com to participate, or if you have questions about Marian consecration, I'd love to talk to anyone about it further. And so that's sort of my own experience with the consecration, and I really encourage you to pray about it and think about joining us on April 28th. God bless.